Hey guys, so I know it's been a few weeks, but I have some exciting news. So last we talked, I was a certified labor doula and I was a pre-certified infant feeding specialist. I don't remember if I had started my postpartum doula stuff at that point, but I am now certified in all three. I am a labor doula, I am an infant feeding specialist, and I am a postpartum doula and an infant care doula, because postpartum and infant care are one certification, so they go like hand in hand. But yes, I have all three certifications and I'm so excited. Oh, I'm like very, very excited. I worked really hard and I can't wait. The next step would be for me to talk to my aunt who has a practice in the area, and we'll see. But yeah, that's what we're up to and I'm very excited. Oh my goodness, I am like, I'm thrilled. As far as other things go, I don't really have much, like not much has changed. One thing that kind of has changed was my oils. So I got a lot more from the last time that I showed you my collection, and I have a lot more. So my oil collection is growing, which is also very exciting. So I know that I'm a little late to the party on this one, but I did just get an Instagram. My handle is below here, and it's also in the description. So there's that. Yeah, I was a bit late to the party on that one. Basically, I didn't care to get one, and then I realized like I probably should, being that Josiah and I are going on our honeymoon soon, and like hopefully we'll be going on our honeymoon soon. But we decided that since if you've ever heard of Gideon's Bakehouse, it is a bakehouse in Disney Springs in Orlando. Basically, there's another location too, but I'm just talking about the one in Disney Springs. So they post and they'll have like secret codes and things, and they'll post them on their Instagram. So I had to check their Instagram while we're down there, so that way we can get any secret cakes or cookies or whatever that's like secret menu for that day. So I decided that we were gonna go ahead and get the Instagram so I could actually see all that good stuff. And yeah, that's really the only reason why I got one at this point. But yeah, basically what we're up to. But yeah, there really isn't too much else going on. I know that we've been crunching finances and whatnot, and we're talking about getting a house. Maybe this one? We'll see. Hopefully I will be returning to work soon. I'm just kind of working on getting my energy levels up so I can be able to work the long hours that are required of a postpartum or labor doula. Really whatever the client needs me for, I will just be trying to provide those hours. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit, but I'm very excited. Well, I know Josiah is very, very excited to tell you about his newest project. And also, he's been up to 2 projects lately. One he finished a little while ago, and he was supposed to edit the video last week, so that wasn't put in there. But basically, we time-lapsed one of his projects, so that'll be out shortly. And then he has another project that he worked on and he is very, very excited about, and I will let him share that with you when he gets home. But I'll see you when he gets home.
All right.
Josiah's home.
Yep, just got home. Hello.
I have an Ella.
Yep.
She doesn't tolerate.
Barely.
Tell them.
Oh yeah, so I recently had a couple of packages come. I ordered a bunch of, I'll probably make a video on this if you guys want, is I built another like eBay computer, essentially, like a Frankenstein's monster of a computer because I had a lot of extra parts.
It's done. He can show you.
It's done, almost. I'm waiting on one more part, but it's almost done. And I also bought I don't know why, but I like buying cleaning equipment and stuff like that, so I wanted to test out a steam cleaner, like a small one. So I ordered that at the same time as I ordered all the parts from Amazon. And it decided not to come here at the same time with everything else. It decided that it would want to, it came from New Jersey, so it went up to, because we're in New York, it went up to, like, basically went to New York, and then it said...
Right by our house, because it was in the same town.
It was in the same day that everything arrived, it was...
In that same town.
In the same town. And then it just went past us to another town in New York, in upstate New York. And then it went
an hour north.
Yeah, an hour north. And then
almost 2 hours north.
And then it went south to PA. And now it's in PA. It was beautiful. I don't know how that happened, but it was pretty beautiful. I'm hoping to get it soon. Please, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm glad it wasn't one of the PC parts that I needed, that I was waiting on, so that's good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I named this new computer is Ion Mark II. Because Ion Mark 1 was my first ever computer build back in, I think, 2013. It was a $700 build, and I just had a bunch of parts laying around. I was tired of Ion Mark 1's performance because we were inviting our friends over more often, and I'm hoping to play games with my two computers. And so I built a new one from eBay with bought like a $60 motherboard, bought a $60 processor. That's all I really needed, and a case and some fans. So I got all that.
Show them?
I guess so. I mean,
you can take them.
I gotta pull it. Actually, you know, you can hold on.
I can hold?
Yeah, because I have to lift. He's a chunky monkey. He's a pretty chunky monkey right now. But I tried to make it so it's as compact as possible. There he is, this Ion Mark II. In a micro ATX case. So we got a big chunky cooler. It's all blue. When I turn this on, it's all blue. The back fan's blue. The front fans are blue.
Here, why don't you take them so you can show them what it looks like?
I need to power it on because they're not gonna. It doesn't look that great until you power it on. It's gonna take a while for me to set this up. It's not easy. This is Ion Mark II, and he's got a Cooler Master case, and the one part I'm missing is that I'm missing the connector that adds the other fans, that turns on the other fans. So it's a splitter connector I got for the other fans. So I only have this top fan going, but I have two other fans down here. So yeah, this is Ion Mark II. Yeah, I'm getting lots of reflections, sadly, but maybe if I go over here. This is basically the bog standard. I built this to try to run like Star Wars EA's Battlefront 2 and like EA's Battlefront or Battlefield 1, and I think it looks pretty nice. It's got a blue and black color scheme I was going for. It wasn't that expensive. This was like a $50 case on it, which is actually not a bad looking case. It's an old motherboard. If you know computers, I guess I can list the things real fast so I don't bore you if you don't know computers. But it's running a i5 46090K, a RTX for the processors. That's what it's running for the processor. It's running a RX 570 for the graphics card, and a 500 watt power supply, and the 3 fans, and the MSI motherboard with 16 gigs of RAM. And yeah, so it's like it runs Battlefront 2 and Ultra when I overclock the graphics card, but I love it. I can't wait to get the other fans going, but for now that's looking pretty cool. I don't know how well you can see it without the thing. Actually, you know, it might be best for me to take off the shiny reflective case. Would probably be wise so you can see it better. There we go. So yep, that is Ion Mark II. it looks nice. I love these fans. They're pretty cool. Like I said, I can't wait to get these ones working. It's a little messy in the cable management until I get these working. But, yeah.
Alright, so Molly's putting that back together. Yeah, that's pretty much what we've got for you. He's very excited. He just did that. And if you are interested in the last project that he did that we time-lapsed that I mentioned, I didn't tell them what it is, so did you want to show them?
Hold on. Let me turn the big light.
I had it on. Why'd you turn it off?
Because the reflection of the computer. I made this bad boy. I know, sorry, it's huge. But this is a 1967 Mustang.
It's picking up my eyes. Hold on.
Sorry. So it's really cool Lego Mustang. I have it in the supercharger look, or the souped up look right now. But yeah, that was a really, really fun build. I haven't done a Lego build in forever. So that was really fun. The doors are so cool on this. It's got a full interior. That was a really fun build.
The reason why I cover my eyes is because if I don't, the camera will pick up on my face and focus on me rather than the car, so. Anyway, so if you're interested in seeing that build, it'll probably be in the next video because it's a lot of footage and it really just needs to be its own video. So we'll do that. Is there anything else that you want to add?
Oops.
Because there's one other thing I want to add, but I want you over here.
Oops, I'm knocking everything over. Hold on. Alright, I stopped knocking everything over. Alright, what's up?
So in the last video, we mentioned that we may be going to Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Did we want to answer that question?
Yeah, we should be able to. You definitely are, but
I definitely am. Regardless, because I don't have a job, so I can just up and go. And it doesn't really matter.
And it seems like I can go too, because it looks like starting April 1st, New York State is like, yay, you don't have to quarantine if you leave the state into another state, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Because
for the longest time we had a 3-day, we had a 3-day mandatory quarantine if you leave for more than 24 hours, and then we can, it would be a week quarantine, unless if you take, after the 3 days, you take a test and it's negative, you can opt out of the week or 2-week quarantine, whatever. It's kind of ridiculous for upstate New York. It makes more sense for the city, but upstate New York, it doesn't make that much sense.
Yeah. So, I mean, to be honest, where we live in New York, there's a big plan. It's the corporation that Josiah works for. Mm-hmm. So basically what they do, they'll send people to China, and so it was in our area long before it was anywhere else mm-hmm. in the country. And so we got an early wave in October or November around that time. So, I mean, it is what it is.
I gotta see what my work says for if I can or not. I'm pretty sure they're just whatever New York's saying is they're gonna do.
Yeah, so we're hoping that because we had the early waves and everything, we were able to build up immunities a little bit faster than the remainder of the country. So we're hoping mm-hmm. that we should be able to do this.
Definitely.
Yeah. So definitely going to Arkansas, and I'm so excited.
I'm also excited as I think we're gonna try to get our motorcycle license this summer. So.
And we're going into that now?
Yeah.
Okay. You can't just stop there. You got to talk to about it.
Oh, I thought you were going to add to it. Sorry.
No. I wasn't prepared to go there yet.
I know. Well, yeah, I think we're going to start working on our motorcycle license this year. And hopefully try to go get some motorcycles too. We want to get 2 cruisers, it seems like. Adding to more projects that I like to do.
What are cruisers?
They're the body type of a motorcycle. The cruisers are probably the one you see the most. The style is the kind of the laid-back type style. I personally like the frame I like is a standard, which is pretty much the minimum motorcycle you can get. It's literally an engine strapped to a frame.
And the only reason why I'm not letting him do that is because if he has a standard motorcycle, you're basically just stuck in the limits of your town. And I want 2 motorcycles that can handle going outside of town and being fine on the highway, because the standard will not cooperate with that.
Depending on the type of standard, but yeah, most standards are not.
Not chancing it.
Especially the ones I like the ones from the 70s and 80s, so those definitely are not the greatest for highway speeds. Yeah, but that's gonna be exciting. Hopefully, I gotta figure out, I think I gotta learn how to build a shed or make a shed for them and in general for our house. But other than that, it's gonna be, yeah, it's a pretty busy summer this summer. I have a lot of projects planned, a lot of fixing up the Mini. I don't think I'm gonna do like too much of a video on it. Like, I'm not gonna record myself fixing it up. I might record a moments of it, like maybe apart for a moment, but I got that project in my list because I want to take off the supercharger of the Mini and get her up and running, because I got to get to the knock sensor, because the knock sensor keeps going.
And if you haven't seen the videos with the Mini in them, they'll be in the link in the description down below.
And I like that Mini. I can't wait to get back on the road, because we winterized it for this winter. Yeah. And so I gotta get her unwinterized and get her new oil and all of that fun stuff. So
get her re-inspected, because the inspection was up back in January.
Yeah.
And it won't pass because the knock sensor is tripping, and so Josiah has to take the whole front end apart to get to the knock sensor. And since the sensor is really close to the supercharger,
it's actually underneath
to replace the oil at the supercharger.
It's actually underneath the supercharger, so it might as well just kind of replace like the belt and the fluids.
It's a $20 belt. It's not like we're replacing everything. We're not. We're just doing like
and a couple O-rings here and there, a couple gaskets, like nothing too crazy, but you still have to take apart like the whole front end of the car to get to that. So,
and while you're there, you might just do the cheap stuff. So. So we'll get that going hopefully soon, but I believe we are under a winter advisory for this week. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
We are, so we're not touching the Mini yet.
I know.
I don't want it in the snow.
I need to get the list ready of like the part cost and get things ordered. And
yes, but we are under a winter advisory.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, we're expecting snow. Probably before the weekend is over. I believe it is.
I like the weather. It's just like, hey, here's some really good weather, and then now it's just like, oh, snow again. So
fun.
Because it makes me want to start multiple of my different projects, and then yeah, because I got a lot of projects this summer. I got to make sure I manage them really well.
Yeah.
Especially, I think I want to do more car detailing, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I don't know how I'm going to fit that in.
So, I believe that is really all we have for you today. So, we'll see you next week.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.